We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go. Got 36 tonight. Let's go, defense. Outside.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 20-yard line.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long...
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Daniel Jones.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines, because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks, because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A gain of 9 yards.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Giants take over first.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And 12.
Check it backer, check it backer.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
The 37-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
8 yards on the pickup Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
59. Mike 59.
From the gun, Jones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
It's now 3rd down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San
Francisco. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
The point is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Niners 14. Giants nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
56, right there, 56. Coming to you, coming to you. Wide.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now Jones on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up, and they can really earn it.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Finds his tight end Ingram.
Jones
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on second down. Jones, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Jones tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, 1-7. Check right 54. Right.
From the gun on third down. Jones got a man, Slayton. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Up Sterling Shepard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
is good. Makes the score Niners 14, Giants 7.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, San Francisco.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check safety.
13.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Julian Love. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 12, fellas, here we go.
29 is the Mike 29. It's just
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
That's caught at the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. as the first half is winding down. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about it.
Now, Garoppolo lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants! So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Darius Slayton, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive. Well, guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
A gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there. 54, right there.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, watch that.
Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones looking for Shepard deep. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended, giving 3 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. His throw incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Barkley on the carry.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
spot, boys. 56. Check 56.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones looking for Shepard deep, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 40 yards, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
21. 13.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
His kick is good.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
28.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is by Thema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And you feel after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Hardman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
Garoppolo's.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And Deebo Samuel is another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
First and 10.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Jones on 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Safety's creeping. Come on, boys, 56. Check 56.
Come on. You better bring it.
Throwing Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 16 yards. A first down.
1st down, 49ers.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Shepard deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
49, check 49, check 49.
Throwing again. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Jimmy Ward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Giants.
A big
41.
offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the